think even the cynics recognise it's more than a fad. It's actually quite fundamental. And my view is it does change things actually in a lot of sectors. Certainly customer service is one of the obvious areas. It's transforming the whole approach to customer service. In 5 years' time, we'll look back and think, why did we work in that way? Why do we work in such an old-fashioned way? So it poses lots of challenges. It's making companies think about how to manage their employees, how they communicate, but opening up some amazing opportunities, I think, to take huge amounts of cost out of the business, to make business more responsive, more agile, more flexible, all the positive things that you want businesses to be. That's what it's contributed. I think it's truly transformational. I think in many sectors it will radically change the way we work, certainly in customer service. I think it's going to transform customer service will become social media enabled. You already see it now where a number of businesses, I quote Best Buy in the book, the US electronics company, effectively now encourage customers to use Twitter as their platform to post problems, post queries, post issues. So rather than try and get through to a call centre, try and get through the website, if you've got a problem with your new television or your new PC, post it on Twitter, we'll solve it. And it also has the added advantage that other people can see that problem being solved. So I think we'll see far more of this use of social media to power the whole customer service area. I think increasingly we'll also see it in areas like e-commerce or F-commerce. I think again there's some very compelling evidence now how this is shifting behaviour. You see it changing the world of market research now that we're moving to much more kind of real-time thinking. So I think you can say with some confidence that certainly in 10 years' time we'll look back and think, why the hell did we work in that way we did? It's going to be transforming. Now, whether Facebook is still with us in 10 years' time, it's an interesting point. The history of technology would suggest that no brands remain monolithic. Brands get challenged. So if you'd asked me, would I think Facebook necessarily would be all powerful in 10 years' time? I'm not so convinced. I think when anything becomes so ubiquitous, it all faces a threat. But certainly, social media, and I'm not a technophile. I've looked at this, hopefully, this area with a degree of sort of sobriety. I genuinely think it's going to fundamentally shake up a lot of business sectors, and it's here to stay, and it is, it's fundamental. I think it has potential to. Obviously, it works in a very different way, and I think we're still getting our heads around the whole privacy issue. I think the biggest problem in social media is this confusion between public and private. I see it with my own children. You tell them when they're criticising teachers on Facebook, you do know this is public space. And we've had many high-profile cases where it's happened with employees. So, Tesco employees very publicly described their customers as pikey chavs on a Facebook group, going to trouble. The same happened with Waitrose. 13 Virgin Airways staff got fired for criticising passengers and highlighting what they say were safety breaches. Now, it's all underlines the confusion that people have, but I think also is a big red warning light for HR teams. So you've got to make sure your people understand this. They wouldn't stand outside a store describing a customer as a pikey chav to their face. So why they do it in social media? Because it's so new, they've got to be helped to work their way through this. They've got to be trained to use it, to recognise it's a public forum, to recognise that certain things you wouldn't say, you don't need to say, and accept this. So I think we're sort of teaching around it. It's all new stuff. We weren't trained for this in our marketing handbooks and our business schools and our employee training. We've got to work our way through it, understand what works privately, what works publicly. But what we can say with some confidence, though, is that people are embracing it. It's like 26 million people in the UK now on Facebook. It's crossing all demographics and all particular groups. So it does offer huge potential to HR teams to take cost out of the system, to create new groups, to create new forums. It's the very famous sort of Gartner hype cycle, which works for all technologies. I'm old enough to have been through the last sort of first internet wave, and the same thing happened there. You get this mad sort of phase of hyperbole where everything is wonderful, characterised by the chairman rushing in saying, we've got to be on Facebook. Why? It doesn't matter. Everybody else is. So you're going to get this mad feeding frenzy where people throw a lot of money at stuff. And we've been through this phase. You then have an inevitable dip, because what happens, people say, what was all that about? I've spent all this money on Twitter or Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever. I've spent all this money doing stuff, and we've got how many followers? What was the point of that? So you do get this crash, and the cynics have their day, the people who said, I told you it was a waste of time. But then very quickly you come out of this phase where people actually start saying, well, you know what, maybe some of the hype was overdone, but there are some real genuine, I describe as game changers. And we're starting to see this now actually in some categories where people are genuinely changing the way they work. So, for example, McKinsey, it's always a good sign that things are maturing when people like McKinsey look at stuff. McKinsey have looked at the whole opportunity provided by having customers solve other customer problems. It's used in the IT sector. So you've got a problem with your computer, for example, you're encouraged to go online, post your problem, and another user will post a solution. That's very neat. That costs 10% of the cost of a normal call centre. Imagine the cost of running a call centre for these big businesses. You take 90% of the cost out of that business. It's quite dramatic. And you flatter the people who provide the advice. They're seen as experts. So we're starting to see these real interesting kind of genuine game changers in markets as opposed to the gimmicks that we saw maybe 18 months ago. Yeah, as was interesting, again, indicative of the time, classic kind of social media story, former employee posts video with him and a few mates trashing the back of the store and doing unmentionable things with various Asda products. Convention would have been for a boring guy in a suit to offer some sort of bland statement about how we take this very seriously. What they did, which is very smart, is they gave a camera to the store manager. She went out and filmed conversations with the people working in the store who talked about how upset they were and how they hoped customers did not feel this was typical. It was rough and ready, but it was incredibly authentic, incredibly powerful, and seeing that, you got a real sense this was a company that cared, and this really was a rogue incident, and it was far more compelling than getting a chief executive to make some bland statement in the usual way. Yeah. I think, one of the things I always say in social media is, there's some simple kind of, there's basic kind of truths that what defines success, it's being responsive, being open, and being human, being willing to show a human face. And what you find is that companies have spent far too long trying to over-polish what they do, talking in kind of bland, trying to hide their human face, desperately fearful of showing any real personality, fearful of making the odd mistake, fearful of showing themselves as real people. People buy from real people. People work for real people. You've got to be willing to show that human side, that human face, not just the kind of bland corporate voice that comes out of the corporate comms department.